We are back. Again, this is Jason Hall and Travis Selling filling in for Craig Sewing. Again, that's sewing with a sewing machine. Hit one of those sewing machine buttons over there, man. We don't normally get a chance to hit his triggers, but...
Come on, Craig, man.
Nah, that's Craig, man. So we can hit some of Craig's buttons on the soundboard here, have some fun, Travis. But we're filling in for Craig Sewing. He asked us to move our show from the 7 o'clock hour to the 6 o'clock hour and fill in for him, and we'll get things going here. So we were just kind of talking about, hey, stock market interest rate predictions. So this morning I'm watching CNBC. Being a mortgage guy, you like to know what's going on in the stock market, the mortgage bond market. For those who don't know, mortgages are actually traded on the Chicago Board of Trade. So they actually trade just like a stock. Most people think, oh, every bank's rate's different. No, ultimately these things get sold and packaged. That's the whole reason why the crisis happened, because people were packaging them saying they were AAA secured stuff and they were stated no income negative loans that were going on. So the government's got involved, doing a little bit better job on that. But mortgages are traded. They do go up and down. And one of the guys on CNBC predicting 2,000 plus drop here shortly. And a lot of that is because the economy is not doing as great as people think. And there is signs that, hey, look, this industrial number was up yesterday, CPI number was up, but sometimes that's kind of a fake, and then the next month it shows down. So it'll be interesting, but I wanted to kind of get your take, Travis, on what you think about the stock market and then how that impacts mortgage interest rates and what you think interest rates may be coming forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they're going to be pretty consistent. You also have to look at the election coming up. I do think that does play into, both the stock market and what happens with rates. Same with gas prices and whatnot. So I think that the rates are going to be pretty consistent. If anything, I'd say that they're at the 3-year low mark right now, and I would tend to say that they're actually going to drift a little bit higher, but pretty much stay in this zone. I'm not as worried about the rates going up or down. I think they're just going to be kind of flat until we find out who the next president's going to be.
Well, when rates did go up a little bit, maybe a year ago, and you said, hey, the rate's 4.25%, 4.5%, did you get the same type of reaction that I did, that people were like thinking we're still, like robbing them blind by charging them a 4.25% interest rate?
Yeah, I still get that. I mean, you'd be like 3.99 and you just like, robbed an old granny or something. I mean, like historically, these are unreal. But for a first-time home buyer,
and for those who've been in the market the last 4 or 5 years, because of the big market crash, we're used to these low rates. Now, I've always talked about the stated, the no-income loans, the neg-am loans were like a steroid to the market that really helped boost the overall economy, definitely boost real estate, definitely boost a lot of mortgage companies. And then the moment they took those away, everything crashed. We had the big crash, the biggest one we've seen since the Great Depression. And now a lot of people are predicting the government helping keep these rates so low is the next bubble. So, we're going to have to see what happens. A lot of people think rates are going to jump way up. My personal opinion, doing this for over 20 years, if someone doesn't want to assume 4.5%, there's no way they're going to accept 5.5%. And if they don't accept that, they're not going to refi, they're not going to buy, they're not going to sell their house because they can't buy something else because they think 5.5 is robbery. We're going to, unless Bernie gets elected and we're all making $10 million a year and somehow he keeps everything low, then we're going to see rates go through the roof, just like Jimmy Carter, which I was alive for, by the way. And that's before you. Yeah. He's laughing on that. For those that don't know, Travis Selling is my left winger in the office, in studio with me today, and we're getting an idea of the other side of politics. Because most of us on this radio show, most of us in business tend to be conservative. I happen to be a Christian conservative. I'm very proud of that. And it's great to share. I've just been that way my whole life. We've talked, but there's more than one way to skin a cat. But I see the market actually staying in this 3% to 5% range on mortgage rates. If the stock market does crash, like some of the people on CNBC this morning were predicting in the next 6 months, you will see rates go down. 90+% of the time when the stock market goes down, rates go down. When the stock market goes up, rates go up. If you don't know anything else, you can just look at the Dow, look at the S&P, look at the NASDAQ. If things are going up, most likely interest rates are going up. Same thing goes down. Warren Buffett has said, hey, my trains are not putting out the product. We don't have as many cars that we used to have. He's now predicting a slowdown in the economy. So, and he is one of your buddies on the left.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
So that's kind of what we got. All right. So that's your prediction. Any prediction on the stock market at all?
No, I think it's going to be, like I said, we're going into a, pretty contested election season. So with it being up to grabs like that, I think that Barack's not going to let anything major happen.
Who's Barack? You mean Barack Hussein Obama? Your buddy?
Yeah.
That
one
saved
of the greatest presidents that saved our bacon from Bush. Yeah.
Right. If you're as crazy as I am, text Kyle. Here's Kyle's text line, 619-663-7355. If you cannot believe a guy thinks Barack Obama, Travis Sailing just said, Barack Obama is our greatest president.
One of the greatest presidents.
Okay.
That just happened.
Yeah, listen to this. And I got him the soundboard, Paul. We might have to pull the soundboard away from Travis. So if you're thinking that Travis is crazy, text Kyle and say Travis is crazy. 619-663-7355. He's home on paternity. He's going to be calling in shortly. But I'd love for you to text him if you think Barack Obama is not one of the greatest presidents like I don't. And we're going to have to deal with the stuff he's put up and push through that the people even want. But he says, I know better than all of you. You just do it. Just listen to me. We're all going to be great because he's created so much wealth in his life because he's been what? Nothing. It's crazy. But you and I could go. You're just smiling and grinning because you're holding back. I got it, man. But text Kyle. Again, 619-663-7355. Text. Let people know Travis is crazy. So who do you like? Since we're in politics, who do you like? You like Bernie? Do you like Clinton?
We've gone over this, man. They're both all the candidates are. I do like Bernie out of the three, but he's not. I'm a realist here. He's not going to get the nomination, and that's that. So it's going to come down to Hillary, Trump, and it's what do you do? It's like the best option of two evils kind of thing. So it's not. It's
going to be the craziest.
You stay at home is what you do.
Well, some people will stay at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be there.
A lot of people, I was telling people this while I was in Virgin Islands, a lot of people actually vote for Santa Claus. I think Jesus Christ is always the number third or fourth top person. A lot of people pick God.
I'm going to write my name in there.
They might be writing Travis Sailing, Jason Hall in. So there's a lot of write-ins, and that'll be unique. But this will be the most unique presidential election we ever see, ever in our lifetime, at least up to this point, because Hillary's going to win the side, even though she may not win as many states.
Even though she's not even winning any states.
And that's because of the delegates, the states that are remaining. If she wins 45%, she gets 45% of the delegates. It's not a winner takes all. We've talked about this in the past. Paul can talk about it.
And the super delegates.
Yeah, the super delegates. She's going to win. She's going to win. Now, if this FBI investigation comes out and they, block her up in Keys and throw her in the jail, Bernie's in a great position, right?
Yeah, Obama already said he's not going to let that happen.
For us on the right, I just can't see Bernie, man. I thought Barack was horrible. I think Bernie wanting to give everybody free college education and everybody get free everything, and we'll just take the money from the rich or keep printing is just disaster waiting to happen. But as a Christian, God's in control. What happens, happens. He allows everybody to get in office for a reason. He allows each things to happen in our life that are horrible events to happen. But that's what goes on. But I have one of my friends who just called in. We want to try to get her on the radio here. Carolyn Konecki. We've had her on the radio in the past on our Whissel Wednesday shows. I've had her on Craig's Sewing American Dream TV show. Carolyn and her husband John and another couple went with us out to the British Virgin Islands. We chartered our own sailboat. We captained our own boat. And Carolyn and her husband were the main captains. Carolyn, are you listening?
I am listening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, let's talk about the Virgin Islands. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
I mean, just amazing, right?
It was so beautiful. We had good wind, so the sailing was good. A little hot the first couple of nights. Could have used some AC.
Yeah, AC would be nice. We got a more expensive boat next time.
Exactly, a bigger boat with AC. But other than that, a couple of tweaks I would make to it, especially in terms of provisioning. We had, a lot of food. A lot of food.
Carolyn, were you tempted to throw Jason off the boat at any point?
No, I was tempted to throw my husband off the boat a few times.
Okay. Yeah, we were all tempted to throw off her husband, but they were tempted to throw me off. I mean, here's like what I explained to another couple who were on the boat. We had harbor sail boats set this whole thing up. We had 10 boats go out, about 55 people from San Diego here on the West Coast, actually all flying to Puerto Rico. Then we flew into Tortola, Virgin Islands. We all got into a mooring boat. And we all used different boats, different sizes, but we had 10 boats. And one of the couples I was telling at the end, they're like, well, how was your trip? We kind of watched you guys do some fun stuff and kind of some stupid stuff. And I said, well, we had a great time, but we had 6 A personalities on board, and 2 of us are like A pluses. And my wife corrected me. Surprise! My wife Amanda Hall correcting Mr. Hall. She said actually we had 2 A plus personalities. One being Carolyn's wonderful husband John, and of course the other one being Mr. Hall. But Carolyn, share what was your favorite experience on the trip at the Virgin Islands?
We went to a place called an island called Virgin Gorda, and it's sort of an N-shaped island, and one tip of it is a place called the Baths, and that was the first place that we sailed into that we got that turquoise water, that you see in postcards with the white, sand beach, baby powder soft sand. We snorkeled in to shore, and then we walked up the hill to this place called Top of the Baths, and it's a restaurant up there, some shops there too, and it's just spectacular. You're right at the end, the tip of the island, and so you have the, 270-degree view of all the ocean around it and the islands, other islands that you can see, because the islands are all very close. You can see many, many islands, and it was just spectacular. I mean, the view was great. But then when on our way down, you hike through these caves, and there's this pool where the ocean comes in and kind of into this little inlet, but there's 2 rocks that form a triangle with the pool and it as the base, and it just is this. It's one of the most stunning sights I've seen.
It was absolutely amazing because this little island on the end has huge boulder rocks. Like if you went to the desert, you've seen those big, huge rocks. And you're like, well, how did these come from, and what got here? And again, as a Christian believer, I believe during the the flood, all that stuff moved and happened and was created. But that's on this end of the island. These rocks are bigger than our studio here, guys. These things are huge, and they're just stacked up. And the water's formed them in different pools. And we've got some unbelievable pictures that Carolyn and my wife Amanda took, and Kayleen Huffman. Unbelievable, right? Carolyn?
Yeah, and props to your wife. Amanda Hall is the best photographer. I had some technical challenges, both with my regular camera and then also with my GoPro. So I had no camera, which drove me insane a little bit as a type A person who likes to be in control. But then, I'd peek over and see what Amanda was taking pictures of, and I was done, hands off, relaxed. I know we're all going to share pictures. I'm going to set up a Dropbox today. But she took amazing, amazing pictures, and it was just absolutely stunning.
Yeah, if you're just listening in, this is Jason Hall filling in for Craig Sewing here on Craig Sewing Show, 1170 AM The Answer. I was able to spend the last 2 weeks out in the Virgin Islands. 1 full week of that, we actually rented a yacht with the Koneckis, with the Huffmans, with us, the Halls. We had a wonderful time. I have Carolyn Konecki on the phone right now, kind of sharing the experience. But Carolyn, you're also an insurance person. You've been an insurance broker for many years. You've sold a few insurance companies in your life. You now work for what insurance company?
I work for Kavanagh & Associates.
And what is your specialty at Kavanagh & Associates?
I am the personal lines manager, so I head up the personal lines department here, which is handling the insurance for individuals. So a lot of it is our commercial customers that will handle their personal insurance, but then I have many of my own clients where, again, I handle all their home auto collections. We do a lot of art, wine, and jewelry insurance. We do watercraft, so those boats and yachts, and, of course, excess liability, which would be the umbrella policies to protect your tangible assets in the event of a lawsuit.
Well, it's a good thing we had boat insurance on our yacht, right?
It is. It
made us feel a little bit better with all the stuff that was going on. We had a wonderful time. We really appreciate having you. If you're just tuning in, again, this is Jason Hall filling in for Craig Sewing. I've got Carolyn Konecki, a personal friend. Her 3 couples, we just got back from the Virgin Islands out in the Caribbean Sea. We were able to rent a yacht for a week and just have a wonderful, wonderful time. We're both very open Christian conservatives. If you're looking for a great, great insurance agent, we've had her on Craig Sewing's American Dream TV show. What is the best number, Carolyn, for people to reach out? If they're looking for an insurance agent, just ask questions, because you're just a huge wealth of information. You'll give them information over the phone. You'll sit down with people, compare different things. I know you've done that for many, many clients and friends of ours. We really appreciate you. I thank you so much for you and John thinking of Amanda and I, including us in that trip, because we were added kind of last minute. We made it happen. It was wonderful. But what is the best number to reach you?
Okay. Carolyn Konecki, Insurance Geek, can be reached at 619-744-0545.
All right, that sounds good. Hey, we're up against a break here. Thank you so much for Carolyn for sharing your experiences. It truly was a bucket list for all of us. Looking forward to spending some more time with you and John and the Huffmans. The Huffmans own Bassett Furniture here in San Diego. Rick and Kayleen, wonderful, wonderful couple. Tried to get them on the radio. They're a little busy. Kayleen's a little nervous. So, Kayleen, I know you're listening. I'm calling you out. You should have called me. I'm hoping you still call me before the show's over. Thank you so much, Carolyn. If for any reason you need that number again, call me. Text me. Text Kyle, 619-663-7355. If you think Barack is not a great president like Travis Sailing, call that. We're going to break. We'll be right back. We'll get caught up on some politics, and we're going to talk some real estate.